Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Katie Kennedy, and I am an educator here in the Yorkville School District. My purpose for today is to shine light on the four theoretical approaches to learning and the learning environment, as well as how they could be implemented in your classrooms. Our first theoretical approach stems from the 1960s. Edwin Locke determined a direct relationship between task difficulty and performance. The more specific and challenging the goal, the better the performance. His theories lead to the development of five principles of goal setting, which are clarity, commitment, challenging, feedback, and overall task complexity. These five principles lead to the development of SMART goals, which are used frequently in schools. We all know that setting goals among staff members and for students plays a huge role in the success of others within schools. The importance of SMART goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. And with that being said, this theory heavily impacts the learning environment as setting goals is a great way to encourage progress and performance amongst various stakeholders. This theoretical approach can be fostered in face to face, blended, or online learning communities. Upon my research in Locke's theory, I also came across Frederick Hertzberg's theory of motivation. Hertzberg's theory is often referred to as two-value theory. Two values are motivators and hygiene, and the theory argues that there are separate sets of mutually exclusive factors in the workplace that either cause job satisfaction or dissatisfaction. Generally, these factors encouraging job satisfaction relate to self-growth and self-actualization. Having motivators in the workplace can be encouraging for both teachers and students alike. And some examples of motivators that could be implemented in your classroom are frequent praise, making activities culturally relevant, or autonomy. Some examples of hygiene values behind the theory are things like classroom management, salary, or even employee supervision. This theory would impact my current place of employment by giving employees more autonomy and grant a sense of achievement in their work. This theoretical approach would be very beneficial in all three work environments. However, I personally feel that the face-to-face approach would be best for the learning environment, followed by the blended and then remote approaches to learning. My third theoretical approach is achievement goal theory, and the theory is all about setting internal goals that direct behavior that help the individual achieve their goals. For example, this theory applies to the classroom by setting a SMART goal with a student on how they can make improvements to their writing. Students who are highly motivated benefit from this approach. And overall, learners who report high levels of mastery approach goals tend to display many characteristics and behaviors that are beneficial to learning, including increased persistence when facing difficulty. And some character traits that you may see in individuals who obtain this theory often feel like they need to outperform their peers or internally prioritize appearing smarter than their peers. The connection of achievement goals to learner persistence more generally is well established. And learners who report high levels of performance avoidance goals tend to kind of have those unproductive behaviors, such as not seeking help when needed. And this would presumably lead to a lower persistence when faced with a frustrating situation. Though this newer theory has many unexplored implications, I feel that it would impact my current workplace by helping my colleagues set more ambitious goals. Setting the tone would help set higher standards amongst colleagues, which will then benefit students and their overall school performance. This theoretical approach would be beneficial in all learning environments. Founded by Victor H. Vroom in 1964, the final goal is expectancy value theory. And this theory relies heavily on how much an individual values the task at hand. Expectancy is generally composed of an individual's beliefs about his or her own level of ability and expectations of success. Values include several component constructs, such as how important the individual feels it is to do well on the task and how much the individual enjoys doing the activity and how useful the individual thinks that the skills gained will be. Though I feel like this theory may pose struggles on staff and students alike to find that intrinsic motivation, I do think that this theory has potential to let stakeholders share their personal abilities on what they feel holds importance in the workplace. That is, children tend to value the domains in which they feel competent. And moreover, both factors predict the children's achievement-related outcomes. Expectations for success are more strongly linked to performance. For example, a student who feels that he will do well in reading comprehension tends to get higher grades than the student who lacks the confidence and positive self talk. Task values are more strongly tied to achievement related choices. And in summary, expectancy value theory highlights the dual importance of competent related beliefs and values in explaining children's motivation. And further research strongly supports that the premises of this theory. And it would impact my current place of employment by encouraging positive self talk, internal motivation among staff and students alike. This theoretical approach would be very beneficial in all three learning environments. I hope that you found this presentation helpful. I wanted to share a list of my references. Thank you so much.